Wisdom shines in talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. My comments bring this profound wisdom into your experience. I'm Richard. Welcome. I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Today is from Talk 202. Questioner. Maharshi knows that I am ignorant. Maharshi, do you know that you are ignorant? Knowledge of ignorance is no ignorance. All scriptures are only for the purpose of investigating if there are two consciousnesses. Everyone's experience proves the existence of only one consciousness. Can that one divide itself into two? Is there any division felt in the self? Awakening from sleep, one finds oneself the same as in the wakeful as well as the sleep states. That is the experience of each one. The difference lies in seeking, in the outlook. Because you imagine that you are the seer separate from the experience, this difference arises. Experience shows that your being is the same all through. Questioner. From where did ignorance come? Maharshi. There is no such thing as ignorance. It never arises. Everyone is knowledge itself. Only knowledge does not shine easily. The dispelling of ignorance is wisdom, which always exists. For example, the necklace remaining round the neck, though supposed to have been lost, or each of the 10 fools failing to count himself and counting only the others. To whom is knowledge or ignorance? Questioner. Can we not proceed from external to internal? Maharshi. Is there any difference like that? Do you feel the difference, external and internal, in your sleep? This difference is only with reference to the body and arises with body consciousness, I thought. The so-called waking state is itself an illusion. Turn your vision inward, and then the whole world will be full of Supreme Spirit. The world is said to be illusion. Illusion is really truth. Even the material sciences trace the origin of the universe to some one primordial matter, subtle, exceedingly subtle. God is the same both to those who say the world is real and to their opponents. Their outlook is different. You need not entangle yourself in such disputations. The goal is one and the same for all. Look to it. In this dialogue, the exchange between the questioner and Ramana Maharshi dives into the nature of consciousness, the illusion of ignorance, and the unity of wisdom. The dialogue begins with the questioner acknowledging his own ignorance, stating that Maharshi knows of it. Maharshi, in his profound wisdom, questions whether the questioner truly knows his own ignorance. He emphasizes that the knowledge of ignorance is not actually ignorance, it is knowledge. This sets the stage to explore consciousness. Maharshi says that all scriptures aim to investigate the existence of two consciousnesses, your own consciousness and the consciousness of the higher power, or God. Yet everyone's experience attests to the presence of only one consciousness. Look now. Are you one or two? Is there one to know and another to be known? Or is there just one? Ramana challenges the notion of a divided self, asking whether the singular consciousness can truly be divided. The analogy of waking up from sleep reinforces the idea that the experience of your being remains constant, with the perceived differences arising from a changing outlook, from a changing mental state. The question of the origin of ignorance is raised, and Maharshi dismisses the concept, asserting that ignorance never truly arises. He says that everyone is knowledge itself, but acknowledges that this inherent knowledge may not always be evidence. It may be obscured by ignorance. This dispelling of ignorance, according to Maharshi, is wisdom, which is ever present. The examples of the lost necklace and the 10 fools illustrate the enduring nature of wisdom, despite the temporary veil of ignorance. This dispelling of ignorance is the purpose of self-inquiry. The conversation shifts to the distinction between external and internal, and Maharshi again challenges the perceived duality. He questions whether such a difference is felt during sleep, showing that the dichotomy arises with body consciousness. Maharshi goes on to declare the waking state itself is an illusion, urging the questioner to turn inward. The waking state is thought by the mind to be reality, ignoring the reality that permeates dream and deep sleep. By opening to the broader reality, the universe is seen as filled with the Supreme Spirit, which is who you are. Then Ramana says the world is said to be an illusion. Illusion is really truth. He's expressing what is also found in Advaita Vedanta, that reality, or Brahman, is the only truth, and everything else is considered an illusion. Now, the term illusion here does not mean that the world doesn't exist at all. Instead, it suggests that what we perceive as reality is not the ultimate reality. It's a bit like saying a mirage is an illusion. You see water, but there's no water actually there. Ramana Maharshi is emphasizing that this illusion, the world we experience, is at its heart only the underlying truth, or Brahman. So even though our everyday reality seems separate and diverse, at its core, it's an expression of the same fundamental reality, Brahman. Ramana is inviting us to look beyond the surface of things, to go deeper and recognizing the unchanging truth that underlies all the changing forms in the world. It's a perspective shift, challenging us to see the unity in diversity and understand that the essence of everything is that unchanging truth. Maharshi concludes by talking about the concept of the world as an illusion, asserting that even material science traces the universe's origin to one thing, a singularity of primordial and subtle matter. Science says the universe rises from energy and matter. Ramana and Advaita say the universe rises from consciousness and being. He emphasizes that God is the same for those who view the world as real and for those who see it as illusion. Despite differing perspectives, the ultimate goal remains unchanged, prompting Maharshi to encourage self-inquiry and a focus on the single universal truth. So, inquire, know yourself, and be always free and at peace. These videos help bring Ramana Maharshi's teachings into your direct experience. Subscribe now